Good afternoon, family, friends, staff, teachers, and community. Welcome to the graduation of the class of 2024. May you all please stand for the Negro National Anthem. If you know it, sing. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Good afternoon. All right. Someone told me this was the graduation for Reginald F. Lewis class of 2024. I know we're going to make more noise than that. Good afternoon, everybody. There we go. Parents, teachers, faculty, staff, friends, aunts, uncles, babies, cousins, brothers, sisters, everybody. Welcome to the class of 2024's graduation, but most importantly, to you, the class of 24. I came here today to tell you a few things. First, congratulations. And secondly, but more importantly, thank you. Thank you for continuing to believe in yourself and each other and going through whatever you had to go through to be sitting here for your moment today. But you can do that on your own. I want you to give your parents, teachers, all your family, everyone that helped you a big round of applause because they help pour into you each and every day. Achieving a high school diploma is never easy, young people. But for you all, it has been particularly difficult in a way that no one else understands. You started your ninth grade off at home, doing your work at home, in the kitchen, in the basement, in your room, in the bathroom, though some of you won't admit it. But despite that and everything else that you have to go through as a young person in Baltimore, y'all are here today because you believed in yourself. You owe it to yourself to continue to be great. Regardless of how you got here, you're here. And the fact that you're in the room today shows that you are going to continue to be great. But before I take my seat, I want to remind you all of a few things. First, while all of us in here and many others who couldn't be here with you today, though they wanted to, believe in you and believe that you can grow into the best version of yourself, there are many others that believe that they can bet on you not being the best you. In fact, they will continue to hate on you. They will continue to do things to you for the rest of your life. They will say and do anything. They will try and do anything for you to be distracted and walk away from what ultimately is your dream and your greatness. I personally know a little bit about that. Like you, I grew up here in Baltimore. Like you, my whole life I heard about what I couldn't be, not about what I can grow into be. In fact, they didn't stop there. They told me that I would never be on the city council. They told me I would never be the city council president. They told me I could never win an election for mayor. And then they said it was impossible for me to win a re-election for mayor. But I'm here, you're here, they are not. So let that fuel you each and every day, young people. Ignore the noise. Prove these people wrong when they say that Baltimore's young people don't want better for themselves. Second, you will never be alone in life. You will never be alone in your struggles. We'll always all be here. But don't let your dream pass you by because you were afraid to ask for help. Lastly, don't let this be the last time we celebrate you. Let this accomplishment fuel you to go into the rest of your life and grow into the best you. But as you do that, I want you to do something that I ask every graduating class to do. Be the best you in everything that you do and carry Baltimore with you wherever you go. Your potential, young people, is limitless, but whether you reach it is totally up to you and no one else. Class of 2024, we love you. Continue to be great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Scott, for that amazing message. We will now have a welcome message from our principal, Dr. Shawnette Williams.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests on the platform, esteemed staff, parents, families, well-wishers, and the courageous and wonderful Falcons of Reginald F. Lewis High School, class of 2024. Let us give our scholars a round of applause. Class of 2024, graduation ceremony is always such a special occasion. The culmination of years of hard work, the actualization of goals attained, and the acknowledgement of successes achieved. As such, I am honored to have served for your principal for the past 3 years, and even more honored that I get to share this memorable occasion with you. Although we have lost 2 members of your cohort, I am so happy to be here with all of you. This is an important moment for you, the class of 2024. This moment, your high school graduation, is an important ritual. It is designed to mark an occasion that you get to share with your friends, your families, and everyone around you. This afternoon together, we will celebrate each of you and your accomplishments, and also celebrate the connection that each of you have to everyone that is sitting here in this room. Parents, families, and guardians, thank you so much for entrusting me, the staff, and the community partners at RFL to educate, motivate, and care for your children. At this time, staff and graduates, give your parents and families a round of applause. It has been a pleasure to serve as their school leader, parents, watch their progress, their development, and growth from student to thinker, thinker to scholar, and from scholar to graduate. So when someone asks me, what makes the class of 2024 unique? You started school quarantined behind the computer screen, and yet we have cemented some lifelong relationships. You have given me the experience to be interviewed by the Secret Service because you worked at NASA as an intern, Matthew. Those of you who would ask for help at any time, there would be no objections. If I say, can you, Tamara, Aaliyah, Kayon, those of you are always willing to be represented, to represent the school, Jaden. The relationships we created, Demaya, Janaya, Josh, Kevin, Anasia, Cameron, keep us all actively competing in sports, Cameron, Leroy, Ola. Playing in the band, Elijah, The rest of you, starting your own business, Hector, beating the odds, Caitlin, gaining your business certificates in multiple areas, Jaden, Matthew. Your artwork being displayed on one of the prominent buildings in Baltimore, Sacania. And although he is not walking across the stage with you today, LeVar, whose parent, LeVar, passed away, drowned just before we went back to school as 12th graders. But what happens? He still lives on with us because his parent donated his organs to save somebody else's life. I have watched you, many of you struggle and overcome some very tough situations. So when someone asks you, what is your purpose? You now have the tools to say, my purpose is that I am me, an individual with will and determination to chart my own dreams, goals, and successes. Yes, like a family, we are strong, and we have challenges and disagreements, but we always will continue to love and support each other. So while I may not be calling your parents over this weekend, calling you to wake up to get to school, walking you to my office to check up to see what your status is, asking you to volunteer, checking if you arrived home safely, hugging you, and when you're sad, walk into my office to chill a little on the couch, to shed your tears, and then wipe them back, and you go on about your business. Although I won't be able to do that anymore with you, I know that those attributes that you have learned, you will continue and share them with others. As I look across the room, it brings me great joy to see your beautiful faces, filled with excitement, the proudness in your parents' eyes and faces. And I wish, and I know that it's because you're tenacious. As you go on your different journeys, understand that there will always be a lot of changes, so practice good work ethics. Focus on your goals. Change your goals if necessary, because guess what? Change is not bad. Change is also a fundamental aspect of our lives. What you want today may be different from what you decided to do 10 years from now. Does that make the fact that you have failed? Absolutely not. What it means is that you're perfectly normal. As a television host and actor Mike Rose said once, work ethic is important because unlike intelligence, athleticism, charisma, or any other natural attribute, it's a choice. And it is a choice you can make every day as you take on the world in whatever roles you choose. As we prepare to call your names, I want you to walk in boldness, greatness, and happiness because of the accomplishment you have made today. Make the choice to be successful through your struggles, through your pain, through the hardship, because you are tenacious, you are bold, and you are the fearless falcons of the graduating class of 2024. In closing, say with me, dare to dream, care to act, and choose to excel. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening, and congratulations to the class of 2024.
Can we please give a big hand to Dr. Williams and our administrative team? Okay, so now we're getting a little more student-centered. You are about to hear the voice of your valedictorian, Mr. Matthew Mason.
Good evening, everyone. First off, I would like to start by saying thank you to the families, teachers, and faculty that have helped us get to this momentous occasion. And I would like to speak to the class of 2024 and give you guys some words of encouragement as you go on about your lives. For those of you who are unaware, I'm currently employed with the DoD, and I've led our school's robotic club for 2 years and the Science Olympiad Club for 1 year. The very foundation of these clubs are being investigative, having creativity, and more importantly, taking risk. Every idea we try to materialize, every experiment we undertake involves taking calculated risk, and I, for one, am the better for it. I've risked wasting time, money, and a lot of effort over the past 3 years to get myself to where I am today, and I wholeheartedly believe that you all can do the same. As we are preparing to enter the next chapter of our lives, we are often told to get into a college, or join the military, or get a job and start a career. But I've noticed that not many people tell us to try entrepreneurship, or start investing, or invent something. It seems like young people like us aren't often told to take risks, and that is what I would like to speak to you all about today. According to the United States Small Business Administration, as of 2021, there are around 6 million employer firms in the U.S., and it is estimated that around 50% of the U.S. GDP is directly attributable to these employer firms. Why then are we not encouraged to join their numbers? For the last 50 years, the average annual rate of return in the stock market has been 10%, meaning that if you invest $500 in the stock market every month for 20 years, you can expect to make over $350,000. Why then are we not taught about the stock market in school and encouraged to invest? If you look around, our world today is almost entirely built off the work of esteemed innovators and inventors. Without your Teslas, Edisons, Fords, Graham Bells, and many others, we would not live in a world nearly as technologically advanced as today. So why then are we not encouraged to become innovators and inventors? Let me introduce you to the Pareto principle, more commonly known as the 80-20 rule. This principle states that around 20% of input in any given situation is responsible for around 80% of the output. And when examining humans in terms of societal contributions, it was found that 90% of all contributions to human society are attributable to just 10% of the population. And guess who would be counted amongst that 10%? It would be your leaders, your innovators, your investors, and business owners. This, my friends, is why I encourage you to take risks and count yourself among that 10%. I believe that this is the perfect time for us to embark on such endeavors while we are still young and in a good position to take large risks. You could do this by educating yourself in the stock market and starting to invest, or finding an industry you enjoy and starting a business in that industry. Why not establish ourselves as people who change the world while we almost have nothing to lose and everything to gain? Remember that the only thing between you and greatness and achieving greatness is just how risk-averse you are and how much effort you're willing to put in. It is a difficult and messy journey that will be filled with pitfalls and mistakes, but I believe that everyone here has the ability to persevere and to see it through. Thank you, everyone, for the opportunity to speak to all of you. And remember, take chances, make mistakes, get messy, and persevere.
Okay, real quick, raise your hand if you already have a job. All right, raise your hand if you already have a business. Okay, raise your hand if you are planning to go to college, you've been accepted. All right, raise your hand if you have another plan. You're going into the military or you're doing something else. All right, if you raised your hand, you guys are already halfway there. You're doing an amazing job, amazing job. All right, next you will hear from Mr. Jaden Hagley.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Class of 2024, we did it. We finally made it to the finish line. Today is the day we officially graduate from Reginald F. Lewis High School. But before I begin, can we please take a moment of silence to honor our fallen Falcons, Trayshawn Harmon and LeVar Kimball. Thank you. After all the hard work and dedication we put, I'd say that this day is well deserved by all of us. We've overcome many hardships, gone through many different challenges to get to this day. And I myself am no exception to this as well. I remember going through my freshman year, uncertain of whether the next 4 years of my life were going to get any easier. It in fact did not. My father passed away while I was still in the 7th grade, and we all know Corona hit 2020. We were all inside of our houses. I remember the days where I just couldn't do it anymore. I'd always tell my ma, hey ma, I can't do it. I don't want to be here anymore. She'd always look at me and tell me, Jay, you see how hard I'm working for you just to have an education? What do you think would have happened if I were to stop working? I can't stop working because of you. And I need you to do your part and do good in school to make me and your father proud. I was too young then to understand what those words meant at the time, but as time went on, I slowly started to understand. I ended up failing all my classes there and getting kicked out of the school, but then I transferred here to Reginald F. Lewis, and little did I know how much my life was going to change. Coming here was such a culture shock for me my sophomore year. I remember getting in the car the first day after school saying, "Hey, Ma, you didn't tell me the school had metal detectors. What was with this?" I'll be the first to admit I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I still fared pretty well academically. I had a pretty good relationship with most of my teachers, and I was passing most of my classes. While I was here, I met some pretty cool people who made the experience even better. Some stayed here with me in the school, some left the school, and some we unfortunately lost along the way. I remember a particular time during sophomore year, and our math teacher, Mr. Brown, was absent for the last 3 days of the period. There was a particular day when it was me and my friends, Josh and Emmanuel. We were split up. I remember running up to the 4th floor. Dr. Williams was behind me. I ran down to the 3rd floor, met up with Emmanuel, said, "Emmanuel, we gotta go. Dr. Williams is behind us." Ran down to the 2nd, said, "Yo, Josh, we were just getting chased by Dr. Williams. It was wild, bro. You should have been there. It was like a scene out of a James Bond movie." This wasn't the best example I know I could have used of my friends, but it's a very important one to me because before this, I didn't understand what it meant to have friends. I didn't understand the value of friendship in general. I couldn't have made it this far without any of them, so I'm very thankful for Josh and Emmanuel because it caused a chain reaction of me meeting new people, meeting a bunch of new friends, and it made me want to improve myself every day, get better. Before my father passed away, there was a fire in my eyes and a passion that kept me going. While he was still here, there was one core principle that he always instilled onto me. Faster, stronger, smarter. Not for your mom, not for your dad, not for your uncle, neighbor, the rest of America, for yourself. Faster, stronger, smarter. It was because of my friends and family that fire was reignited in my eyes. And I use those words to continue to push forward, and look at where I am now. 18, I'm slowly but surely starting to learn how to drive, Ma. Don't worry, we're gonna get there. I've been promoted to 2nd degree black belt in karate taekwondo. I've got accepted into my dream college, and now here I am graduating with all of you guys. All of this because of the people in my life that made it even better. I'm very thankful for you, and I would not have gotten here without any of you guys, but most importantly, the influence of my father. Let my story be an example to you all that no matter how hard life treats you, no matter how hard it kicks and beats you, no matter how hard it gets, we gotta keep moving. We can't stop. I know that this day is only a small stepping stone for what has yet to come. I have my own dreams of wanting to start a family, open up a martial arts dojo, become a cloud engineer. All the hard work that will go into that will be immeasurable compared to the end goal that's going to happen. Don't be afraid of failure and setbacks. An old man once told me, the lesson of humility can only be learned through failing. When things seem down for you in the future, never forget that I didn't stop going, so neither should you. In conclusion, I want to say, you're only going to get the most out of life what you put into it. Never give up no matter what, and keep pushing forward when times get rough. Strive to become faster, stronger, and smarter every day for yourself. And with that being said, class of 2024, we did it.
Can you guys please give our 2 students a round of applause? All right, and now we will prepare for our guest speaker. Miss Angel King Wilson is a professor, author, entrepreneur, and activist. She is the author of Am I Doing This Right? In 2022, she received the Maryland Independent Artist Award. Ms. Wilson is the co-director of the award-winning film Hiding in the Walls, featured in several film festivals, including the Black Girls Rock Film Fest. Her book and film have been taught at schools and universities, including Morgan State University, Towson University, and West Virginia Wesleyan College. She is an adjunct English professor at Baltimore City Community College and Community College of Baltimore County. Ms. Wilson is the founder and chief executive officer of Silent Books Publishing, a self-publishing company for aspiring authors. Under her leadership, she and her team have successfully assisted with various publications. Angel King Wilson is a Baltimore native who is committed to giving back to the city through her work. Please welcome her to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. It is an honor and a privilege to speak to you. Thank you to the staff, the teachers, the principal, Dr. Williams, for having me, and thank you to the students for doing what you had to do to graduate today. Let's give it up for them. Congratulations. When Ms. Purdy asked me to speak at your graduation, I was shocked, to say the least. I told her that I felt unqualified. I wondered how she thought about me when she was planning for graduation. Even though I am an author, a professor, a film director, and a business owner, I still find it very hard to see myself. Sometimes I go into my head and I remember that I am a young Black woman from West Baltimore. I was diagnosed with lead poisoning at 2 years old, and I'm the youngest of 9 children to a single mother. And it can make me shrink myself and forget all that I am, all that I have become. And as I thought about writing this speech around the theme, overcoming obstacles, I quickly realized that most of the time, your biggest obstacle that you will overcome is yourself. How you move into this next phase of your life will be determined by how you see yourself. To be successful, it takes a lot of confidence, resilience after failure, and knowing who you are. You have to look in the mirror and like what you see. You have to know that you are worthy of opportunities. And if you don't know who you are, you will hold yourself back and you will close doors that have been opened for you. You will be in your own way, your biggest obstacle, if you do not dare to declare to the world, I know who I am. I am is the most extraordinary sentence that you will use in your life. When you speak about yourself, let the words be great. Your thoughts and your words are directly connected. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. So decide who you want to be. I still have a journey ahead of me. I have bigger goals that I want to reach. I want to travel to more places, and I want to have new experiences. So I'm not giving you advice that I don't have to follow. I have to remind myself of who I am every single day. I have to detach myself from the noise of the world and get to know and love me. The noise of the world is social media. Yes, you have to take breaks from Instagram and TikTok. And it can also be music, because what does the music that you listen to say about you? Think about that. And it can also be your friends. Make sure that your circle is pouring into you. You must cut out the noise and listen to your inner voice. Know who you are and what you want. Your path is your own, and you must get out your own way. As I stated, when I was asked to do this, that insecurity that I once felt when I was in your position crept back into my mind. But I quickly reminded myself of the tools that I want to leave you with as I stand here today. At every next level in your life, you may feel uncertainty or insecurity, but I'm leaving you with 4 steps to overcoming your biggest obstacle, yourself. So, step 1, speak positively. Through all that you will face, be kind to yourself, and you will face a lot. And don't even make a joke and say, I'm so stupid. Watch your words. Remember, your thoughts and your words are directly connected, and your thoughts will create your life. Step 2, have high self-esteem. Remember, your self-esteem is connected to what you will do and allow in your life. For years, I suffered from low self-esteem, and it made me stay in relationships that didn't serve me. So take it from me. Know that you're worthy of all good things and that you can have the life that you want. And step 3, have a vision for your life. What do you want? Only you know the answer to that question. Set goals and dreams around that vision. And the final step, step 4, in the words of Reginald F. Lewis, keep going no matter what. You will fail at things, you will receive rejections, and you will deal with the disappointments and the reality of life. But keep going. Class of 2024, congratulations. Yes. You've made it this far. Keep going. Set your feet on your path and do not let anything get in your way, not even yourself. Thank you.
Sorry, I got to make you stand up again. From the class of 2024, from RFL, the staff, the community, parents, and friends, we thank you so much for your address, and here are your flowers. Okay, class of 2024, y'all a little too dry for me. Y'all a little dry. Okay, all right, I'm trying to get there. This is the moment that you guys have been waiting for. All right, so I'm going to get out of the way for the next couple of people. We have Dr. Williams coming up. We have the Chief Human Capital Officer, Miss Emily Nilsson, and we have, I do not want to mispronounce your name, so Commissioner Muhammad will be following, and then you guys will be walking across the stage.
Yes, this is the exciting moment. And so, as the principal of Reginald Lewis High School, I am making the recommendation to the Board of Education. In recognition of the records and achievements of the students of this class, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me as principal of Reginald F. Lewis High School, I certify that these students have met graduation requirements of both the Baltimore City Public Schools and the Maryland State Department of Education. I take pleasure in recommending to you the graduating class of 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of presenting to you Emily Nielsen, Chief Human Capital Officer.
Thank you, Principal Williams. Acknowledging the certification and the recommendation by the principal, and by the authority vested in me as the Chief Human Capital Officer, I take pleasure in presenting to you the graduating class of 2024 for the conferring of diplomas. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of presenting to you Mujahid Muhammad, Commissioner of the Baltimore City School Board.
In recognition of the certification of these graduates, the recommendation of your principal, the acknowledgement of the Chief Human Capital Officer, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as Commissioner of Baltimore City Schools, I take pleasure in accepting the graduating class of 2024 for conferring the high school diplomas. Now, if y'all ready, let's get it.
Guys, if y'all can tell, we are excited, okay? We are excited for you. As the graduates come up, they will be giving us their name cards, and they will be shaking hands and accepting their diplomas as they walk off the stage. Makai Andrews. Ola Arnmolate. Caitlin Arita. Yeah. Miss Kennedy Bahari. Borvon Vasquez Christian. Miss Tayana Bose. Miss Danae Branch. Miss Janiyah Brown. Leroy Brown. Miss Divine Burden. Mr. Jaden Burton. And Miss Imani Carter.
Mr. Terry Gilliam. Demaya Ferson. Sean Frazier. Diego Flores Guerrero. Tyreek Fleming. Joshua Fleming. Joshua Day. Naheem Davis. Kalia Covington. Excuse me, this is Miss Aaliyah Covington. Elijah Cornish. Alana Copes. Kion Christian.
Miss Monet Childs. Mr. Matthew Mason. Miss Tiana Love. Gotcha. Milan Desire Lee. Mr. Darius Jones. Mr. David Howard. He used to make me call him CJ, but his name is Christian Johnson. Miss Shania Holt. Mr. Kwame Harvey. Mr. Cameron Holloway. All right, Mr. Jaden Hagley. Gisela Guerrero. Miss Ayana Grant. She gave us so much this year, but Miss Tamara Good.
Mr. Noah Maxwell. Henry McNeil. Kamari Murdoch. Ms. Paisal Kara. Ms. Skylar Paisley. Sukanya Phillip. Julian Pittman. Tasha Purnell. Joshua Robinson. Melser Sandoval Ardon. Deasia Singleton. Heitor Silva. Anaja Smith.
Miss Janaya Snipe. Here's another one who was giving us some trouble, Miss Anaya Stevens. She was supposed to give me a handshake, but she forgot our little special handshake, but that's okay. Miss Kanaya Talley, a.k.a. Isis. All right, I think he has a lot of parents in this building. Mr. Naeem Tyler. Y'all will see her one day in somebody's fashion week. Miss Jayla Vanarsdale. All right. For Mr. Kevin William Brown. Miss Jada Wilson. You made it. Marie Washington. Congratulations, Mr. Tyrell Eads. Christian Ridgely, also known as Chris Breesley. All right, class of 2024, if you all could please stand.
So, let's keep it down just a minute. I know we're all excited, so the class is standing at this time to make it official and even more official. You're going to move your tassel from the left, right, and put it on the left. Let's go. Woo-hoo! Yes. Woohoo! Okay. All right, one more thing. Thank you. At this time, all visitors, please remain seated. All visitors, please remain seated. Thank you so much. Please have a seat. Please clear the aisles. Have a seat, please. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you here today. Before the graduates leave, I want to just give you some information. You remain seated until the graduates leave, and then you will pick them up across at the parking lot C. So that is where you will go to pick up your graduates, okay, at parking lot C. At this time, we can have the graduates departing.